Hey guys, hope you're doing well and great. Alright, in this content for today, we're going to be talking about restaurant facing challenges with growth, right? So if you have a restaurant and you have a challenges with your growth and you do not know what to do, right? You just have to go back to square one and think about it, what the thing that you're missing and what are that you are overlooking at, right? So get back to the basic, and that's what I'm going to share with you in this content. So there's going to be 7 points. It's very easy, but I just want you guys to kind of analyze it once again and go through with me, right? So here's the 7 points I'm going to share with you today. So, all right, the first one is, so you start your business, right? So the business is going well, but on the way, after like 1 year, 2 year, or let's say 5 year or 10 year, you find there is no more growth, right? So you might be thinking about you want to pivot from this model to another model or whatever, right? So there's a lot of things going in your head, with your team, with the management, and with your investors. So at that point of time, here's the thing that you want to kind of understand. I really understand the industry trend, because it always changes, updates, and all those going on all the time in the restaurant industry, especially food industry. So you're not competing only with the similar restaurant, but also sorts of virtual kitchen, cloud kitchen. So there's going to be a lot of competitors in the industry. So what you have to understand is that what are the opportunity that you are missing in the market, right? So let's get back. So you say you have established a restaurant already, right? The business is going well, but then you're facing the problem and you do not know what's the opportunity to grow in the market. So let's get back to with this point. So first is analyze, right? What do you mean by analyze, right? So you guys have been doing all these activities all the time as a business owner. You might have consulted with a lot of guys, experts, industry experts, and all those things. So analyze once again, right? See what you have been missing and what were the opportunity that you have overlaps, right? So that's really some key factors that you have to understand it. So analyze your business again, right? When you analyze it, you will have a lot of data with you, right? Those data will help you out to take the next milestone, right? That will help you to navigate what are the things that you're missing in the market, right? Are you missing the trends? Are you missing the opportunity? Or you're just ignoring whatever the trends is coming up with, right? So analyze your business once again. That's very important. And the second thing that what you have to understand it, once you have analyzed your data, right, what you got to understand is evaluate that once again. Evaluate your business model and products, right? So when you say business model, let's say you've been in a burger, right? Or you've been in a pizza industry. You already have a recognized and reputed brand, but then you probably must have missed out here and there, right? So understand what's your business model, right? When we're talking about the business model, it's a system we're talking about. So you have the system in place. Now, what is the other thing that you're maybe missing, right? That could be the product. So have you ever tried to implement Innovate in your product, right? Just look around for it. See, you have to catch up with the trends, right? If you do not catch up with the trends, people are changing, right? You grow old, your taste change, your preference change, you move to a different city, town, and all those things, and your income also change. So based on all those growth in human life, right, your product may not necessarily be fitting in their demands and their wants. So you probably might want to innovate on all those things. So you'll evaluate those things again, right? Your business model, which is the system, is in place. Now the product is something that you have to consider again, right? So the third one, what you have to look is innovate. So when you say innovate, now we want to focus on the trends, right? So these are the trends. So innovations, one thing is that you gotta take advantage of this digital platform, right? So one would be the media. So let's say marketing media. So in marketing media, what you have is the PR, the radio, the TV, all those things. But not everybody have this time these days to look around in this, TV, radio, or all those things, right? So where are those? It's available in your phone, right? Use the social media platform to take advantage of your marketing. Whatever the materials, the portfolios that you have it, expose yourself, expand it as much as you can. Try to utilize it, shorts or long video, contents video, whatever, right? Excite people, like do some sorts of events, right? Involved with the community. That's going to be very impactful. See, recently what Mr. Beast does was he was trying to help people around the community. And that's how people love when you serve the community well, right? So how do you know that, right? So when you have to innovate it, try to involve with the community, right? because they are the one who are going to be your final consumers who's going to be buying your product, right? If you do not support them, they're not just going to support you all the time. So you have to focus first on the marketing, and the second thing is on the community, right? So the innovation part comes, you have to focus on what is the channel, that the medium that you're going to be using to interact with your clients, with your customer, right? So the first would be just put your all investment, I mean to say, like in terms of marketing, focus at least 80% on the digital platform, which is going to be your social media, and also your website is already there, your app is there, but not everybody knows what's your app. But what people knows is what is the platform that people are using: Instagram, social, TikTok, all those things. So you can use those platform for marketing media, right? And then also get out of the office, get out of the desk, and try to help serve the people, right? Do some sort of community activities. That's what people are looking for. If you involve as a big brand, involving the community, people will always follow you. You already have a recognized brand and strong brand, so why not, right? So that's the other way you can innovate it. So the fourth one would be measure. So what you have to measure here is understand what's the KPI, right? The key performance indicator. So that's what you have to actually look into it. If you do not understand what your KPI, you're going to be in a big problem. That's what it directs you to where the next phase of your business is going to go, right? So what you have to understand is when you analyze it, right, you're going to evaluate it. Once you evaluate it, you know it that, okay, this is what we are doing it, and this is what we want to do based on your goal, objective, and missions. You want to innovate to achieve your goals, to achieve your missions, to achieve your objective, right? The vision is always there, but this is not a part of the vision. This is part of the mission, to make sure that at least we are able to reach closer to the vision, right? Or on the way to the vision, right? So innovate. So once you innovate it, you find out that, okay, there are some critical factors that you want to implement on it, innovate on it, right? So then go all this marketing, media, community, serving community, right? Once you're done with that, go with the measure. Right, measure and see, understand what is the people preference. Are you getting a lot of traffic from the media platform? Are you getting a lot of traffic, or say, more engagement from the community service? Look into it, measure it, right? So once you understand the KPI, then what you do is scale. That's number 5. Scale, right? See, you gotta scale. First thing is, the purpose of what you have to do, analyze, is you want to scale, right? At the end, this is not the final yet, but this is where you will be able to understand whether whatever you are doing is profitable for your business or not, right? So you gotta scale everything to understand whether you can double it up, right? You can go with a 2x, 3x, 4x, right? If you can develop on the community service, if you can develop on the marketing, program, campaign, and all those things, right? Interactions, engagement with the audience, the people. Would it double up the business, right? Will it increase the sales? Will it increase the revenue? Or will it be, will it give you a chance to expand the business, not only necessarily, to brand licensing, also in the form of a franchisee as well? Or already, if you're a franchise, probably you can just relicense those things offshore, right? If you're in US, you can just, relicense those things in Europe and in Asia, right? People still love your brand. People know your brand because you've been marketing a lot. People are aware of it around the world, right? Because this platform are accessible around the world. So people know your brand already, right? And then you are still serving the community. So people will be wondering about like what business that you are running in, right? So when they know it, they would want to engage with your brand, right? So when you know that attractions is there, you will be able to scale it. So when you understand that if you expand and if it can go up to like 2x, 3x to 10x, that's when you might want to kind of go ahead with the 6-point valuation, right? So you have to check this part as well. You have to create the valuation so you know how much is your company worth, because if the valuation is too low, how are you going to expand, right? You probably wait on your annual revenue or whatever the resource that you have you probably may not be able to expand. You will be able to expand it, but you will not be able to expand fast because you're going to require a lot of liquidity, right? Cash in hand. So to have that, right, you need to create the valuations. You need to understand the valuations of your company, right? So once you are able to do that, the final stage is, do you want to stay in the business or you want to exit, right? So I'm just going to put it as exit. So exit. That's what the final plan is, the final decision. So sometime as a business owner, if you're going to be stressed out, like, what am I doing here, or what's going on, all those things is always in the mind, right? Whether it doesn't matter whether you're big or billionaire, as long as you are operating with some sort of a transaction, so for manpower, you're operating a business, people know you, recognize you in publics, right? So go back to square one. The first thing is analyze what are you doing, right? Get data as much as you can. The second thing is, with the data, evaluate it, right? You already have the business model, so you just have to understand that you have a proper system, and if there is a leak or loophole in the system, fix it, right? And then understand what is creating the slow growth of your company. Why is your company growing? Are you not matching the trends, or some sort of, are you not following the trends, right? Or is your product outdated, right? You gotta check your product as well. That's very, very important. And the third thing is that utilize the digital platform. So innovate using community service and also the media platform, which is the social media platform basically. And then measure, understand with all these things, KPI, right? What is the key performance? Are you able to get more customer, engage more using social media or with the community involvement, right? And the fifth one is scale. If you want to scale this fast, you're gonna participate in this as much as you can, because that's the only two way you will be able to get more data for you to scale it or to measure it basically, right? So when you are able to measure it, when you understand it, just double it up, right? And then scale it, and then see how far you can go with your company valuations, right? Because you need a liquid, you may want to raise capital, you may want to talk to meet or investment, something like that. So once you get it, now you decide whether you want to sell it to your company, you want acquisition, or you want to just exit from the company, or you want to sell somebody or transfer to somebody else, right? But at the end, you shouldn't be stressing out. I know it's a stressful, business is not easy, right? But at the end, there is a little system. The system is very simple here. There is 1,000 ways you can create these things. And let's say a lot of people say, hey man, you got to create a SWOT analysis, right? That stands for strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat, right? I can create SWOT in everything, but this is the basic steps that you have to really, really understand. And if you keep in mind that whenever you are going low or you're out of the track, just go back and check this point and see whether whatever you're doing right now does fit you to your performance, right? Why is your performance weak basically, right? If you don't understand why your performance is weak, you'll be just dragging the whole thing, not reaching anywhere, right? So if you want to be moving fast, if you want to grow fast, if you want to understand, think fast, you already have the team, you have the resource. Use those data, use those resources and grow. All right, guys, I hope this content is helpful for you. If you liked to share me your contents, your thoughts, please feel free to share in the comment section. And if any friends of yours or somebody who like this kind of content, please feel free to share and also, subscribe to the channel. All right, guys, until the next content, see you. Cheers.